That's good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Our top stories today, we're talking about a new train incoming. Big news on that.
And we're also talking about no long weekend for private sector folks in the UAE until December. But we spoke about that yesterday.
We talked about that. It's a party in the sky for Emirates, who won the world's best in-flight entertainment for 2022. Careem gave out free meals to 5,000 people yesterday. The app crashed and the internet was buzzing. Also, later in the show, we have Sania Mirza in studio. She's a former Wimbledon tennis champion. So if you've ever dreamed of playing out your tennis career, she's starting a studio, an academy in Dubai, and she's going to be teaching people. It's amazing.
Oh my God. Like in school, I remember I was such a good tennis player. We used to learn tennis as a part of a curriculum. What? That's when I was small, young, athletic.
I was a good tennis player.
But you still are a good tennis player.
I haven't played in 10 years. We should play.
No!
It gets expensive, though.
I will never play any sport with you in my life. It is the most humiliating thing to play anything with Casey. Because she is just a panther on the courts.
You won't play with me?
No. Thank God we didn't run into each other at the paddle tennis thing, because I would just like give up.
But when we play games on the show, you always win.
Games.
Simran wins the mind games, and then I would win the athletic games.
Physical.
Tennis can get pricey, and we're not at the time of the month where we can afford these things, I don't think. What day of the month is it? Are we getting paid at any point?
Are we getting paid at any point? It just feels like whatever that point is, it's a long way. It's just a like far-fetched dream.
So wait, we are on... If only we
29th.
It's on 29th. So we're going to get paid at some point. It's falling before the weekend, so we have to get paid tomorrow.
Some people get paid on the 15th of the next month. I don't know how you guys do it and survive. Because literally by this point, I'm just like, I don't know what to eat for lunch. I don't know what to eat for dinner. And when my friends go like, let's go eat something outside, I'm just like, I am intermittent fasting.
Would you cut meals? Would you get to that point where you would cut meals?
Would I get to the point that I'll cut meals? I would switch them up with like, cereal, bread and jam, bread and cheese, bread and mayo. What about you?
So when you're really, really broke, that's the concession that you make with your money.
That is a hack.
Your meals go from, some days you'd be having like what?
Maybe a Subway?
A Subway. But so you cut down to like bread. I would do different hacks. I think like what's expensive in your grocery bill? You know what's expensive? Like household goods.
Yeah.
Like cleaning agents, detergents. I'm not saying I cut back on them. I'm just saying they're expensive.
You just stop cleaning the house.
I'm at the point now, 33. I can get to the end of the month and not need to like visibly reduce. But I do remember like back in the uni days. We would have some techniques.
Oh, this is where you were going with that.
Well, like back in the day, I mean, like what is the
Casey was a toilet paper flicker.
What is the cheapest thing you have ever done?
Toilet paper flicker.
So you would like we would be in university and you would have a certain budget for your week and you wouldn't go beyond that.
Right.
So if you're at this club and they have these massive rolls of toilet paper and you had a big handbag,
just take the toilet paper.
You would do it for like there'd be 4 of you in an apartment. Someone would do it. I mean, that's probably the cheapest thing I've ever done.
Oh my God, did you guys like cahoot on this? Like, okay, guys, today we're running out of toilet paper.
No, it's not. No, look, girls have big handbags, and if there was like a massive, you're like, oh, we need toilet paper, pop it in.
Anything else from the washroom?
No, like Irish washrooms are not like Dubai washrooms, so we didn't have anything else to take, I'm sure. If there was, it'd be gone.
If there was a toilet with a shut-off
I want to ask
Ireland.
There should be, by the way. We should just talk about the shut-off.
I know, Europe needs to get shut-offs.
Fact.
Right?
Fact.
Like how? I think when they come to Dubai, they get this revelation, like how did we live our entire lives without shut-offs?
We talk about moving back home and it's like, yeah, okay, the safety we'll miss. We'll miss the security, the stability. But really what we'll miss most?
Shut-offs.
The shut-offs.
The hand sprays in the bathrooms, like it's such a game changer, life changer, just hygiene changer. You know what I mean?
What's the cheapest thing you've ever done?
Use a shataf instead of a toilet paper. I don't know the cheapest thing I've done. Cheapest thing I've ever done in terms of like.
In terms of like getting to the end of the month. No. We're chatting about like broke hacks, end of the month. What do you need to do? You're saying you switched to bread and mayo, but have you ever done something like I don't know.
Okay. I have like a lot of cheap hacks. A lot of cheap hacks. Honestly, I do. I literally have a lot. I have a lot.
It's, for example, if you have like you're living in an apartment but you're using your garden furniture for a couple of months.
No, if you're already furnished house, then why would you use a garden furniture?
If you live in an apartment, like if you move to Dubai and it's going to take you a while, like you do the IKEA trip, but you can get expensive.
Yeah.
So for a little while, you have your garden furniture inside.
How do you save money on electricity? You know, like washing machine and stuff.
Keep your lights off. People here have their lights on all day, and I'm like, we grew up where you just turn your lights off when you leave the house, obviously.
Even you turn off your AC, but people, like some people in the office, not gonna name names, Abdullah, right? What he does is he's like he likes it really cold when he comes back to the house. So he leaves the AC on the whole day and he comes back to a really cold house. I'm just like, wow.
We need to have a talk about this, and we will jump into the stories now, but I always thought that AC was meant to be kept on auto.
The full day?
Yeah, I thought that was better for the environment. I didn't think you were meant to turn it on and turn it off.
Oh.
I don't know. That's for another day. Simran did not share her broke hacks. She just called me out over mine, and that's fine. Let's jump into our top stories. Abu Dhabi and Oman are linking with the new Oman Rail and the Etihad Rail joint network. So passengers will be able to travel to Oman from Abu Dhabi. This was announced by WAM yesterday, the joint venture between the Oman Rail and the Etihad Rail. And additionally, Oman News Agency also released a statement. They said, with investments amounting to Omani Real of over 1 million, Oman Rail and Etihad Rail, 1 billion, are establishing a joint company to implement and operate a railway network linking Sohar Port with the UAE National Railway Network.
So the passenger train speeds up to 200 kilometers per hour and also travels the distance between Sohar and Abu Dhabi in 100 minutes. Plus, the journey between Sohar and Al Ain would be 47 minutes, while the speed of the freight train reaches up to 120 kilometers per hour. And the completion dates are TBC, but oh my gosh, that is definitely, added to our UAE to-do bucket lists.
And to go beyond, I think we're going to slowly but surely see increased railway networks across the country, which will make it more just in terms of like vacations that you can take. Driving is one thing. The fact that you can drive to Oman, by the way, in 6 hours, it's amazing. It's a beautiful drive. But to be able to connect it by railway is another great transportation link between the two countries. Speaking of great transportation.
Speaking of great transportation, then we have Emirates. That's what yeah. So we have Emirates. And guys, it is a party in the sky with Emirates, I'll tell you that, because it wins the world's best in-flight entertainment for the 17th time in a row. And we have a pilot watching us. Let's give him a shout out.
We have a pilot watching?
Yeah, Pilot Rizwan. Like, he watches us so, loyally. Hi. And then we have...
You're not piloting right now.
Chai's girlfriend is watching us.
Hello?
Juliana.
And who is Chai?
Who is Chai? Chai is our...
the guy.
Office favorite. Like, the most... everyone's favorite person in the office.
Chai always has a smile on his face. He's the graphic designer and he just jumps into everything. We love him. So Chai should also be watching.
No. He's not. Juliana is. Hi, Judy.
That's cool. There's a pilot watching. I hope he's not piloting the plane and watching.
Why not?
Well, because then he should be listening to us in podcast form.
Oh, you're right.
Keep your eyes on the sky.
But if he flies Emirates, then he is, really winning the party scene up there, because your Dubai experience really never ends, does it? And when you're high up in the sky, so now we have more formal notice of this fact. And you already knew that, Emirates was a great airline. The flight entertainment is amazing. The options that they give are great. But yeah, now it's official. And Emirates, Dubai's official airline service, has received for the 17th time the world's best in-flight entertainment 2022 by Skytrax World Airline Awards. And they also won economy class, best economy class catering, and are the overall third best airlines in the world.
It's so huge. Like we all love getting onto an Emirates flight, and it just feels like home. You know that music that everyone loves to share, that like little Emirates tune. If you're in a waiting room, or if you're in a lift, or if you're in a lobby, the music is dull, it's painful and annoying. And for some reason, even though you're getting onto an enclosed space, I don't know what Emirates do, but they just got this magic.
Right? What is Emirates tune? It's been a long time for me.
Oh, I know. I can't, like, I know music, but I cannot regurgitate it. It's like,
the only tune that's coming to my mind is the Expo tune.
How do you not? The Emirates music. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? That little like
Ta-dum.
dingy bell sound. Anyway, we'll try and get that in a second because I'm sure we have no copyrights on it. The award recognizes airlines delivering the best choice and quality of in-flight entertainment. Skytrax had this to say about the award. This award was for the world's best airline in-flight entertainment. It's coveted quality distinction and very competitive aspect of today's air travel experience. The award recognizes airlines delivering the best choice and best quality of in-flight entertainment from the choice and currency of movies, TV programs, music, games, through to the availability and functionality of onboard Wi-Fi. This award recognizes those airlines that seek to deliver a fantastic experience to their passengers.
Oh my gosh, no cap there, because I mean, if you guys traveled Emirates, you know the Wi-Fi is like you cannot compare the Wi-Fi. Emirates' Wi-Fi is top tier and a fantastic experience to their passengers. We could not agree more on the entire statement. So Habibi, come to Dubai following Emirates, United Airlines, and following Emirates, United Airlines, and Qatar Airways came second and third respectively. That's the tune.
Yeah, I did 6 seconds so it wouldn't cut out. Of course. Sounded a bit like Lord of the Dance there. But I actually don't go to the movies. So when I'm getting onto a long haul flight, I'm looking forward to the in-flight entertainment. And you're always getting like the latest movies with Emirates. So yeah, well deserved.
Really, it is. Their options are incredible. I love their movies. Like I try watching it, but I fall asleep eventually. But the kids love it. I know as a kid, like when we used to travel with our cousins and stuff, like they gave toys.
And they take flight, they take pictures of you.
Yeah.
It's all those little things.
It's just a good, like, if you're a kid, you really, really want to fly with Emirates.
Broke hack. Be like, so if you're going on a flight with a kid, I'll get you a teddy. And then just wait until Emirates just gives it to them.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But I think if you're taking Emirates, you're not broke. In any means. But possibly, I don't,
you get your flight and then everything else, then you don't eat for a month after.
Yeah, don't eat the whole day and eat when you take your flight.
Because it's just said their catering won an award too.
Oh, there you go. Just don't eat and eat, like stuff yourself on the flight. But you know one thing, I heard someone on the metro once just go like, this is such an experience, like, you know, no other place does a metro ride feel like an experience, you know, hassle-free and stuff. So it's just like anything Dubai and the UAE does, they do it with so much care and like from the flights to the metro, like all transportation is taken care of and nothing feels like it would feel in a different country. It doesn't feel like public commute, you know, it feels like an experience.
That's so true, and I think we're all so proud of these homegrown brands that are so well respected. And of course, this award isn't just UAE created; it's international. They look at airlines all around the world. So to be constantly recognized, it's that little pride moment. So
yeah,
you know, we notice when we report news, some brands get more engagement from you guys than others. So over the years, when we talk about, for example, we're going to talk about Kareem now, that's a homegrown brand that became a unicorn, which means it was made over $1 billion. You guys and if it was like a competitor, they get less praise here. So when we talk about Emirates or Etihad or Kareem, it's always great to see that, and it's like Dubai Police, when we talk about it, like people love the acknowledgement and love because they do give out solid services. Speaking of a solid service, we are going to jump into a story about Kareem. They gave out 5,000 free meals yesterday, and then the app crashed. Well, of course, if we give out free meals, so the whole world was like, what? This is the kind of news you wish you heard last night. Facebook groups were buzzing when the news went out, because everyone was like, is this actually happening? They gave a promo code, eat free or something.
Oh my God, this is one hack I just remembered.
Promo codes.
Promo codes and filtering these delivery food apps. You know, like they have these filters. So you filter out and you press free delivery. You press no minimum charges. The ones with the like the super saver offers going on. That's such
a good
hack.
Promo codes in general are hacks. Like I would never. The more I shop online, the more I would never go onto a website and pay full price. Because I'll even be there putting in like random codes, hoping I'll be like Lucy 15 because all these influencers have like name discount, Lucy 10, Lucy 5,
and
Sarah.
There's always a Lucy,
a Sarah.
Sarah.
So if you put Mohammed, if you put in eat free into cream yesterday, new customers were able to take advantage of 3 free orders. So what happened was people started sharing this on Facebook groups. 5,000 people took advantage of it. But then Tasneem, our office manager, she came up to me and she was like, Casey, what's going on with Kareem? And I was like, I don't know what is going on. And she was like, she was trying to order and the whole app was like, no availability, no availability. Because so many people were on it.
Yeah.
It was like Kim Kardashian broke the internet, Kareem broke itself.
Kareem broke itself, but that really sucks, you know, like the fact that we didn't know about this promotion.
It was everywhere on these Facebook groups. You need to be on them.
And there we are surviving on cereal the whole day.
There we are, end of the month hack. Be aware of these promo codes.
Damn it. Are we on the right Facebook groups? Because if we didn't know about this, clearly we're doing something wrong.
It was on a number of them. It was on Brits in Dubai. It was on...
These Brits know everything.
They know. It was on a mums group.
Mums.
It was on a couple of them.
Mums and Brits, they're ruling the world.
Mums are ruling the world.
We love mums, honestly.
If anyone has any good, while we're here, any good promo codes for
anything,
Kareem, Uber, Sheen, Unas, just send them through. Should we start like a promo group sharing code? This isn't from Lovin Dubai. This is just like a personal thing.
I'm so down. I think we should. It's about time someone does this.
Revolve, PLT.
I'm thinking of like really like high Zara,
Asmo Duty,
Level Up.
Anything from the apparel group. So much.
Sephora. Oh. That entire group, what's it? Shaloub group.
Anything with Shaloub group, we're here for you. We're here for your discount codes.
Victoria's Secret, Charlotte Tilbury, like any of them. But there was a code for new customers that was valid for 3 meals and new users. Like Casey said. But there we go. So for promotions and stuff, like guys, let us know. We'll share them. If you share them, others will share theirs, and it's just gonna be a whole society of shared codes.
We talk about sharing and appreciation every day, and that is it. Okay, very shortly we're going to be live with former Wimbledon doubles champ Sania Mirza, but before we get to that,
is it time for Arabic word of the day?
It's time for Arabic word of the day, where Simran and I, we're upping our Arabic, our vocab, our knowledge, and we're really trying to improve, and we want you to help us. So as always, if you have words that you want us to learn, drop them on Facebook, Instagram, comments. We see you always. And we would love you to give us some phrases, because I think
we have one.
Oh, we do have one. And this is, you know what I love about this one?
Yeah.
It's a word and it's a phrase, because it means something.
Literally.
It's got depth.
Oh my God.
And it's going to ingratiate you with society. They're going to, how do you know that word? How are you so in tune with us as gym heads?
You know, like, this word can be used for anything. In the gym, in the office, you close a deal, you
close a deal, make a sale, buy a nice dress, get to work on time, leave work on time, take a lunch break,
oh my gosh,
take a nap in the middle of the day.
What is the
word? Say a nice thing to someone.
What is the word?
Wash.
I think my stomach said it too.
Your stomach said it too.
Wash.
Ali, are we smashing the pronunciation of it?
It is wash.
He doesn't even know what we're trying to say. Wash. Like if you're in the gym and it's wash mode.
Beast mode, you guys. That's the word of the day. Wash.
And he just goes, wash.
It's so funny. Now we're teaching Arabic
Say it again.
to Ali. How the tables have turned.
Okay, there's a H sound before the sh. So it's wash.
Wash. Wow.
Wash.
Wash. Wash. Wash.
Ali, can you use that in a sentence, please?
I don't want to use.
I am Wash. I am Beast. That's a good movie name for Ali.
Inti Wash.
She is Beast.
No, you are.
Inti, well done. Wash.
Wash. Wash.
I think these types of words like that you can use in the gym, that you can use. So like, you know, compliments for people that you can just throw out. So if you're at the gym later and you see someone and you want to like start a conversation, just go, wash. Can we start doing that?
See,
conversation
you,
starters in Arabic? Coming from me. What do you mean?
I'm just saying, coming from you, people will just think like, wash what? You know? Like, wash what?
No, I'll be like, wash. Like beast, like come on, it's cool, good.
Are you gonna say this to a stranger or someone you know?
I've tried to start conversation with people at the gym before. It has not gone my way. So maybe an Arabic word.
Oh, in what context have you tried to start conversations?
Just starting conversations with people, just having a chat.
Who does that in the gym? I just want to know.
That's what it's for. We're trying to make friends with like-minded people.
You go to the gym to make friends?
Yeah.
You're one of those?
Yeah, why not?
People like us go to like work out, you know? What?
How else are you meant to meet people? And especially the gym, because it's people that like to work out, so have similar lifestyle to you. That's like the perfect place to meet people.
If I ever go to the gym. Okay, I mean like...
So you want to make friends, exactly, and you're literally you have a same schedule, because like 6:30 class, they're there at 6:30 class. I'm like, hey, wash, nice.
Okay, I don't know how it works anymore. But like, okay, yeah. But wash, that's such a... You're gonna be literally like killing it in your next session for CrossFit. Wash.
I don't actually do CrossFit, but...
Oh, okay, whatever session you do.
Okay, Inti wash.
Inti Sayara wash. There's thunder outside. I don't know. Let's just ignore all the weather sounds.
Okay. Anna, wash. No. Anna, wash. Because Anna like Akil. So Anna Harana go to the gym.
Yeah. That was amazing, you guys. That was so good. You are literally a fluent Arabic speaker.
Okay, guys, I promise you, we're gonna leave this with an amazing sentence. The reason we have gone on to this because Simran had one sentence that she just needed to get out. She's just like, this is going to be the sentence that blows people away, and then we're going to jump into our interview with Sania. So before that, drop your sentence bomb.
Kullu tamam. And you guys don't leave us right now, because after a very short break, we're going to be joined by the one, the only Sania Mirza.
The wash. Stay tuned, she'll be with us right after this.
Oh, the wash. Oh my God.
I thought that. Very welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today we are joined by one of India's most notable tennis stars who's only just relocated to Dubai to start the next chapter of her life. She is a Wimbledon doubles champion. She holds 5 major titles under her belt. We have Sania Mirza in studio. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me here.
What an honor for us.
It really is. It is Sania mania happening in the office. Like people are dying and queuing up to take pictures with you afterwards.
No, I'm excited to be here. I don't think that I have been here before, and I don't think I've done anything with Lovin Dubai. So I was very excited to be here.
We've covered you so much, and we are obsessed. Like we watch your interviews. We know you're so funny and so witty.
I'm sarcastic. It takes a special kind to know my humor, but
yeah. And I mean, like you have such a charming laugh. But I want to ask, like veteran tennis player and all, and you've started at such a young age. At any point, while you were training, while you were playing, have you ever cheated playing the games?
I don't cheat. I'm not a cheater. So I was actually the opposite of a cheater. So when you're younger, you actually make your own line calls. There are no umpires and all this kind of stuff, right? So many times the ball would be in, and I would be so like giving, and I'd be like, no. Like if it was out, I'd be like, no, the ball's in, because I just wanted to make sure that I was not cheating. So like literally, my coaches had to sit me down, and they're like, you're giving away points. Like that's not how you're gonna win. So, but I think that you don't really find, contrary to belief, you don't really find that many cheaters. It's very rare. It doesn't happen. Usually athletes are pretty honest people on the court, at least.
I'm glad she's super honest. She's also a tennis player.
Are you?
No. I played growing up. We were a tennis family, so I played a little bit growing up, and I love the game, but I never continued on in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But luckily, when you got to Wimbledon, you had people doing the calls for you, so you never had to
luckily, so
give
we
away
won.
more points.
Otherwise, I would have probably lost, right?
But jumping back into your childhood, like what was it like becoming one of the greatest tennis stars India's ever seen, and what was it like starting out? What age did you start playing? Did your parents know?
I started playing when I was 6, and honestly, it wasn't something like there was never like a day where we were like, okay, from today onwards, we're going to become a professional tennis player. That never really happened. It was more of a process that kind of just kept going. I used to play tennis, swim, and skate. And I happened to be a little bit better at tennis than the other 2 things, obviously. And then
horse riding too, no?
No, not horse riding.
Okay.
Skating, and I fainted once. I had an accident, whatever. Like I fell, I fainted. My mom dramatically said that I stopped breathing, which I'm sure never happened. But she was like, "You stopped breathing," and I was like, "Wow, did I die?" And she was like, "No, you stopped breathing." And I never saw my skates after that again. I was like 7 or 8.
A mom's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
No.
Till date, I'm 30. I'm gonna be 36 in 2 months, and she's still like, "You had stopped breathing. You had stopped breathing." I was like, "Mom, I'm pretty sure that didn't happen. I just remembered you slapping me when I like waking me up while slapping me."
Typical Desi mom.
I know, right? And she was like, "Pod," like hitting me, and I was like, "Ow!" Like that hurts.
It did the job.
It did do the job, but like we got rid of the skates. Never saw my skates again, but I did swim for a while after that. But I was just better at tennis than any other sport that I kind of picked up. That was the honest truth, and I was always better at like the age group that I was playing for. So when I was 8, I beat this girl who was 16 in a state tournament. So I was always playing higher than my level, and so it just kind of like that was the process. Like we just kind of went from there.
How cool, being 8 and being 16-year-olds.
Sometimes when I think of it, because now my son is almost 4, and I was like, now I understand how small.
Oh, okay.
No, he's...
gotta beat these 14-year-olds.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, please. I think she actually like, do you have any talent? Show us something. Anything.
His genes are... pretty good, so he's
and your husband is also
he plays cricket. Yes. So my son has some decent genes, and hopefully he's going to transfer. Not that we we're both okay with whatever he does, sport or no sport, but it would be a pretty waste of a gene if he doesn't play sport, to be honest. No, but he does, like whatever he picks up, he like connects straight away. He'll pick up a bat, he'll hit the ball like nobody's ever taught him. He just natural for him. So that's what it's normal for him. He's seen his parents do that all his life.
So you always knew you had this inclination towards sports. Do you feel when did you feel like you had a calling for tennis? You know, like it is quite an untraditional path, and your parents
especially
were okay
then, 30 years ago, it was a very untraditional path, and my parents were actually very, very cool with it. And we come from a family of two girls, which was very different at that point. I mean, you sound like you're from India. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about when I say that, like, there are certain cultural norms that are kind of defined for what a girl should or should not do. Especially, I mean, you're younger than me, I think, but I think there was, 30 years ago, it was very different. Sport only meant cricket, and sport also only meant boys playing it.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that girls took a natural choice towards. So it was different, and there were a lot of questions, and that's why when we did write my autobiography, it was named Ace Against Odds, because we were constantly against the odds, in everything that we were doing. We were questioned as a family, as our life choices, career choices, and people were like, oh, people are so obsessed in the subcontinent with being fair. I don't know if you know that, but she probably does. And they were like, she's gonna get dark, and like, what is that? Like, it's a worry for people.
Yeah.
And my parents were so far ahead of their times, I should say. And we were very lucky to grow up in such a family where there was no disparity between a boy and a girl. There was no disparity as to what choices you could make because you were a girl or you're a boy. And look, the things that can happen when you do that, right? Ta-da!
What's interesting? I said we were like a tennis family, and one of my brothers was quite good. So my mum would, carry him around the country, and we see the tennis parents always following. So like, did you have the same, like, mum or dad? And Serena Williams, like, we saw like her dad was with her every step of the way. Did you have the same?
Yeah, both my parents, and initially more my mom, then my dad, and then it was both. And look, tennis is a very even though the actual playing part of tennis is very individual, it is a hugely team sport, because without this team that you have, you can't make it, and that is a fact. And the playing on the court, that's 2 hours on the center court, is only what everybody sees, but all the back end that goes in it of years and years of hard work and sacrifice. And my mom, I remember, was 8 months pregnant with my younger sister. We're almost 8 years apart, and she used to walk me every day to go to the tennis court, because at that time also, like, financially it was not easy for us, because you're also in tennis, you're funding everything yourself. So it is a kind of an investment you're making without knowing what kind of return you're going to get, right? Like, if you study medicine, eventually you'll become a doctor, and then you go from there. But in sport, it's not like that. It's you put in all that hard work, you put in that investment, and you put all those sacrifices, but there's no actual guarantee of what's going to happen. You may or may not ever reach a stage in your life where you're whether you're famous or financially stable or whatever it is. And obviously I was able to do that, but the reason I feel, and we honestly believe that we were able to do that, is because we never really chased that. We were chasing the love for the game. We weren't really chasing the money or the fame, because nobody before me, I mean, let's be honest, there was no other tennis player that became this famous or this, never really got that, especially a woman.
From India.
From India, like from the subcontinent, you didn't really hear of a woman doing this and then being known for it, right? It was
exactly.
So it was not like, oh, we had a path to follow. We were just kind of breaking all these paths, so it's very cool to be the first to do all these things, but it's also very difficult because there's no actual path to sort of follow. You're making your own mistakes and going from there.
We want to get some tennis tea, but before that, I want to ask, like, I wanted to use the word rebellious, but it's not really rebellious. You're very courageous with all the not actions, like whatever actions that you take, it's very different from the rest of the path. And like, for example, like, you've had a lot of hurdles as well, like you've had stalkers, this and that. Like, where does the courage come to deal with everything that you've dealt with, even with your marriage?
I think it's my family, honestly. I think that we were always encouraged as two young girls, my sister and myself, to always be true to ourselves. And I think that is regardless of whether we were famous or not. And honestly, that was what it was. And whether I was famous or not, I would continue to make the life choices that I do make, because I feel that I need to be as authentic as I can towards myself. And I think that is the only way I know how to live. And when we all know, we do live in a bit of a man's world. So when a woman comes out and sort of says, no, this isn't right, and this is what I think I would like to do, which is different to what people are used to, you're labeled as rebellious. But honestly, I'm actually not rebellious at all. I was absolutely a bookworm in school. I was like this person who wanted to be never late, never absent. I was like this person who was so disciplined. So, and I was just never,
Really?
yeah.
Because I got the sense that school wasn't, because a lot of like people in the
I love
sports
school.
industry.
Actually, there was a decision in my life. I was around 12 where I was like, I had to start traveling. You'd know because you come from a tennis family. And when I had to start traveling, one of my concerns.
My brother was good, and there was lots of traveling around the country for
when
about,
you're so
for
young,
about 2 years.
you start traveling. But like, I literally was like, should I play tennis because I have to miss school? Like it was that was a very important decision for me. And actually my headmistress was the person who told me, well, you're so good, like what are you doing? And actually when I went to play, I won the nationals in under 14, under 16 when I was 12. And if it wasn't for her, honestly, I would not have taken that step because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to lose my, I was a geek. Like I was really, I know a lot of people don't think the way that I am, but I was really a geek.
Yeah, no.
You can speak to my headmistress.
Do you want to like verify? Speaking of like against the odds, do you think choosing school over tennis, do you think that was the biggest challenge? Or you sometimes see these people who have these amazing careers and you don't really know what goes on behind the scenes. So what has been the biggest challenge of your career?
I think it's difficult for me to pinpoint a biggest challenge. There've been a lot, but I think that one of the bigger ones, one of the decisions was that, right? Like, especially for an middle-class Indian family to say we want our girl to not like concentrate on school, even though I finished regular school and I did the entire thing and I went to college, but like, to say that, okay, this is a back seat and tennis is going to take the front seat was a big step. And honestly, all that credit goes to my parents for having that belief and having that belief to stand in front of people like the aunts and uncles of the world and say that, no, this is what we want for our child, if this is what she wants, basically. But I think that one of the other hurdles, so to say, was the very fact that, I was a young girl from Hyderabad, from a middle-class Muslim family, trying to play Wimbledon. And that was something that was just not heard of, not believed of. And that was something that only us, like the 4 people in my family believed. And, maybe the coach. And we were literally all of us, like 5 people against the entire world, because God knows we're told that we can't do things more than we can in life, especially if you're a girl.
Yeah, and that's
so powerful.
Exact show cut we have. But it's very what's the word, like I can't think. Okay, Roger.
Some language.
We're like sisters at this point.
The goosebumps took over.
It's been we want to talk about Wimbledon for you, and kind of would you say that the win was the peak moment, or is there like every moment is a peak moment along the way?
I think that, I've had a career span over almost 20 years. I turned pro in 2003, so my professional career has been for almost 20 years now. And probably there were a few peak moments in those 20 years, and it's a good problem to have, to not be able to pick one. Definitely Wimbledon was a moment that is a dream for every athlete, tennis player who picks up a tennis racket, right? The goal and the entire being revolves around, I want to play Wimbledon and win Wimbledon. Play Wimbledon, forget win Wimbledon.
Yeah, of course.
And when you get to do that, and I did that in the juniors first, and then I was able to do that in the main event later. But getting to number 1 in the world was something that was, for me, one of the other peak moments of my life, because not many people get to say they're number 1 in the world at what they do. I stayed there for almost 2 years, over 90 weeks. It incredible, right? I mean, it was incredible to be the first female athlete from the subcontinent to be able to do that, you know, not just get there and leave, but actually dominate for that long. So these are the moments that, you know, sort of what defined me and my career. You know, winning 9 medals at Asian Games. I mean, these are moments. I won my first medal when I was 15. So I'm saying, like, you know, even though people kind of, Wimbledon kind of takes the highlight of it, but there are so many of these moments of like that I have kind of defined where I am today and who I am today. And to be able to, again, like I said, it's a good problem, like for me to say, oh, I don't really know which moment will I say was the most special for me, but like all these moments accumulated together. And
who's your best on-field pairing with? And that too, knowing how witty you are, just have you had any beef with any of the other tennis players, especially when you do that, you know, the back and forth of not ragging? What was it called? Not ragging, right? Like you have this thing that you do on court.
You mean sledging?
Sledging.
Not in tennis.
We're
a very proper sport. We don't sledge.
Oh, but stories.
That happens in cricket a lot more, because there's a lot more closer contact, right? Like we're not really in that.
You've never thrown your racket at one of the.
I would be thrown out of the court. No, I'm pretty calm on the court. I mean, I had my moments when I was a teenager. I'm sure, you know, I was a bit more brash, but I'm pretty calm as a person.
Your best pairing with?
My best pairing was with definitely with Martina Hingis, right? Like that's we went on to win almost over 40 matches together in a row. We didn't lose for like 6 months. Literally, we were dominating the world of women's tennis. So for us, we both, you know, still say like we were each other, even though we might have won tournaments without each other, but like together, it's just we were really we felt like it was magic at especially those 6, 8, 10 months. You know, we won Wimbledon, we won US Open, we won the World Championships. In between, we won about 7 more tournaments, and then we won Australian Open all in a row together. So I mean, that kind of stuff you don't really feel and see many, you know, very often.
And what was the relationship like behind the scenes? You know, like do you train together? Like do you totally go all in on this?
Yeah, you have to, because, you know, honestly, a doubles partnership is like a relationship. It is like a marriage, and you have to make it work as if, you know, off the court, if you want to be on the court together, because there are so many emotions that you are sharing on the court. You know, you're trying to win together, you take a lot of tough losses together, you're fighting in so many tough moments together, that if you don't have a certain relationship of it, at least for me, I mean, there are some people who can do it, but we couldn't, both of us. And we had a pretty decent relationship, and I mean, I wouldn't say that we were best of friends, and honestly, that's probably healthier that way, because then it becomes too much, because you're constantly together then. But we were good enough friends. I just met her actually at Wimbledon, and she was there to play the Legends, and I was playing, and she was like, "My God, you're still going!" And I was like, "Yeah, not for long, but I am." And we were like warming up together just before our practice, and like we were just catching up. So we still have a really you know, good relationship. Yeah, of course. I mean, when you share so many amazing memories together, how can you not, right? So.
Speaking of your career and jumping into a tennis academy, so this is what's happening for you this year, but also we've seen 2 of the greatest of all time, Serena Williams, Roger Federer, leave the game of tennis. Where do you think the game of tennis stands now, and what are you hoping to bring with your academy?
Well, I think that to answer your second question first, I think that Serena and Roger both leaving in the same year has been devastating for everybody, to say the least, including themselves, the way that they have reacted. But these are moments that you can just see the kind of love and respect everybody has for each other as tennis players. I mean, the fact that Rafa was sitting there and absolutely bawling. I mean, it looked like he was retiring, you know. But the fact is, like, imagine having your biggest rivals retire, and you're feeling sad, like so sad about it. Isn't that amazing? So that's some kind of respect they commanded from their compatriots, and you know, there is no doubt that both of them were or are the greatest of all time. I mean, there's no question about that. You can always debate who's greater and who's not in terms of the other three guys involved, but you know that these are some of the greatest of the game and sport. It has been an honor to play in the same era as them, with them, against them. It's been really fun. I mean, I've had the opportunity to play with Roger. I've had the opportunity to know him. I've played against Serena. So obviously it's been really, really cool. And yeah, I mean, I think, but tennis, where tennis stands is, I think sport is always going to be bigger than an individual. So nothing really stops, right? People still keep going. Novak Djokovic still chases his dreams, and Rafael Nadal keeps chasing his, and so on and so forth. So, tennis or sport doesn't stop because of people, but, the fact is that it's going to miss them. Mm-hmm. Your first question, my tennis academies. So basically, like I said, I've been in and out of here for 12 years in Dubai. Obviously, because I was playing, it was not easy to commute a lot. So I used to spend maybe 3 or 4 months here. But I've been a resident of here, if that counts, for a long time. But over the last 5-6 years, I've spent a lot of time here. I was pregnant, and then COVID happened, and also I'm reaching a stage at the end of my career, and my priorities have changed and are changing, and there's a time to sort of do everything in life, I feel, and I feel that it's time for me to move on. I don't know the exact date of when it's happening, but I'm nursing an injury right now, so hence that I don't know. But so the plan was to try and give back to the sport, to be very honest. Dubai has been my second home for a very long time. We already have a flagship tennis academy in Hyderabad. It's been running for 8 years now, which has been doing really well, to be honest. It's made on 4 acres. There's 12 courts. It's one of the best academies in the country. So we thought, this is my second home, and I feel like if I'm able to give back here as well, and just share the experience, because tennis is all I know and tennis is all I've done, and it would be amazing if we have some tennis players even come out of this region, because I feel like after Ons Jabeur, the way things have moved forward for the Arab world in tennis has been really amazing, and I feel that there's a large subcontinent community here that I feel we should be able to get tennis at least to their homes. Nobody needs to become number one in the world, but at least try to get it to their homes and make it more accessible.
Amazing. That's so exciting. But now we move on to the game we've been dying to play with you. It's called Game Set Match. And what basically we're going to do is ask you a bunch of questions, and you have to hit the buzzer if you're a game as in you're interested, it's something up your alley.
Is this my buzzer?
This is your buzzer. Okay. Do you want to check it works?
It works. All right. So you press it if you're not game, if it's not up your alley. Okay. So I'll start with the first question. Farah Khan's biryani.
It's because her yakni is better.
Oh, you said no for the biryani?
Her yakni is way better, I promise you.
Okay.
I feel like
she's
this
gonna
is
kill me, but
Farah Khan is this big director in India, and they are really good friends. And so many interviews that you've seen, also she's just been raving about the biryani.
Her yakni, it's her yakni. Yeah,
what is a yakni?
It's I don't know how to explain. It's not biryani.
Okay.
It is. It's a rice dish. It's with. It's more like a pulao.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Vegetable biryani.
Yeah, but but with chicken. I mean, I'm Sania Mirza and she's Farah Khan. The chances of us eating vegetarian are small.
Oh, God.
But no. But she's a great cook. And I actually just met her 2 days ago. I was in Bombay. When was I in Bombay? Mumbai. Yesterday or day before yesterday. I can't keep up. Anyway, I was there day before yesterday. Not at all. Trust me. You don't want this life. I was up for the last 5 hours. My son's been sick. So I was all night. I've not slept. So it's not a lifestyle. I promise you. So, oh yeah. This makeup does it.
No, I'm just being fit and healthy for the last number of years.
No. So it's been a rough couple of nights. Actually, he's been pretty sick. He's just had the flu and stuff. So, but I just met her. I was no, it's okay. But yeah, I met her 2 days ago in Mumbai, and she wherever we meet, she makes this unbelievable chicken, this roast chicken, and like whenever she meets me, it's a rule that she needs to bring it. Even if she comes to Hyderabad, she has to bring it. So
You
I
cannot
just
come
ate
onto
it.
the show and talk about food because both of our stomachs have been rumbling into the microphones all morning. Okay, next question. A reality show following you and your family.
Ooh, I don't know about a reality show. Maybe a documentary. I mean,
So not game.
no, not a reality show.
No.
Not a reality
Like
show.
you wouldn't be in the Real Housewives of Bollywood situation.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, we got the hint. Okay, so checking your partner's phone.
Like my husband's phone?
Yeah,
No.
never.
Guests wearing shoes.
I'm too secure for that.
Guests wearing shoes indoors.
Oh, that's okay. I'm not. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
never. I used to wear it all the time until I got my own place and got a carpet. Then I'm just like,
Okay, maybe not on a carpet,
Yeah.
but like, I mean, but downstairs, like imagine having a formal dinner and like, please take your shoes off. Like, I think it's a bit weird.
yeah, you're right. Now I see.
Now you see it. Wow.
Nights out till 5 a.m.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I'm confused. Yes.
You're down for
all
it.
the time. Because actually a very bad morning person, but I can stay up all night.
She's a party animal.
Oh yeah, I'm
People
so
have
not.
seen her in clubs. People have seen her in like bars. Just
This
like,
is a tennis player I can get behind.
Guys, that's sarcasm. By the way,
Oh.
I'm just. I'm
no, yeah. What we've heard stories of like you partying and Farah Khan passed out beside you
on my birthday.
at a club.
I mean, I'm allowed to party on my birthday. I'm actually not a party animal at all. If you ask any of my friends, they'll be like, me and my best friends, our biggest hangout is wearing our night suits and sitting like on the couch and
Can I get a
watching
fist
like,
bump?
yeah. I mean, like I've reached that stage of my life, guys.
Yeah,
It's
no.
Like, yeah.
No.
I told you, you're much younger.
We're not.
You'll get
You'll
there.
catch up.
You'll catch up,
You'll
don't
learn the
worry.
way. Skydiving.
No way. I'm scared of heights.
Oh, wow. Have you been to Burj Khalifa?
I have,
Okay.
but I'm scared of heights.
Okay, so no skydive and all for you. What is next on the list? Okay, I'll ask. Okay, letting the bride pick matching outfits for the bridesmaids.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not so.
Release a tell-all memoir.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. I would.
Ouija boards. You know, like the one where you call out ghosts. Anything to do with the supernatural. No,
Solid.
not your
Solid.
Sania Mirza, you've been an absolute star. It's been a true honor to have you on the show and to learn more about your story. A phenomenal tennis career, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
Really.
you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, you guys. Catch us same time, same place tomorrow.
See ya.